What's happening, everyone? It's Kyle from Magpie 24/7. I hope you're all good. I've had a couple of hours to dissect this one, have a look on social media and stuff. Tottenham won, and somehow Newcastle United won full time. I haven't seen a performance quite like that one for a while. It's very reminiscent to the Everton game back in January or February, where we were shit for the whole 90 minutes. If we'd have been beat by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we could have been beat by, put a number on it, and it would have been justified. I think we were in every department shocking. Today we got played off the park, and Newcastle score a penalty. They get a penalty on 96 minutes um, through a Eric Dyer handball, and Newcastle nick the point and take it from. It's starting to become a good stomping ground. Is Tottenham away? A win last year, which I went to, really enjoyable day, 40 degrees, and obviously this year quite very different with the coronavirus and stuff going on. So you obviously can't go, but in very different circumstances, I think, because we start this game, man, and I mean, me and Paul have on the podcast really put down Caldolo because his performances last season when he got called upon weren't great, and we backed Gillespie to start this game over him, and I can't quite believe it, but Caldolo had the match of his life. He made 10 saves today. 4 or 5 of them were really top class saves from a good goalkeeper, and I think he's had his best performance in a Newcastle shirt probably since the Notts Forest game where he saved 2 penalties, if you remember. But he had an absolute stormer today, my man of the match by an absolute street. But on a Newcastle front, in terms of attacking, the first half was so concerning because you look at how we played. We didn't have an attacking outlet, which kind of showed to me and to a lot of fellow fans that last season when Joelinton was up front on his own and trying to scrap for little to nothing, we've got a good solid centre forward, prolific centre forward in Callum Wilson, and he's encountering the same problems. So were we too harsh and maybe a bit too impatient on Joelinton? Did the price tag get him ahead a little bit and maybe not downplay the tactics more so than the performances of Joelinton? Because Callum Wilson didn't get a sniff today. He didn't even get close. He got the penalty and he put the penalty away damn well. But a player his quality didn't get anywhere close, and that isn't down to him. He tried to feed off scraps. He tried to win battles against two and threes at a time when Tottenham were on the defensive. But he was trying to win the ball in the air. And up until Andy Carroll came on, really we didn't see any involvement from strikers at all. First half we were just shocking. I don't even know the game plan. I still don't know now. Was it boot the ball up to Wilson, hope he holds the ball up for 20 seconds or draws a foul to get up the field? Like, I get it. Away from home against a top six team like Tottenham, who have Son, Kane, Bergwijn, Bale in waiting, Lo Celso, Nom Dembele, all these world class players. Some of them aren't in that list, I mind, but class players that can do it on a high level. They've got all these players, and I think we just give them far too much respect in that first. In fact, all game, they hit the post twice. Darlow had to make 10 saves. It was just shocking from Newcastle from back to front. We had a lack of plan, just a lack of intent to attack. I can understand you're defending against these sides, but show a game plan to actually score a goal. Because that first half was a training session for Tottenham, and Mourinho was right in what he says in his interview after the game. There should have been 4 or 5 nil up. There should have been. There should have been, and we wouldn't have had a complaint to make. But we'll go into the second half, fortunate to only be one down, and we'll try and press a little bit more. We'll try and get a little bit more going, but Tottenham still have the run of play, which you'd expect. But Newcastle show improvement. We'll force a couple of mistakes. We'll have a couple of half chances here and there, where maybe if it was a one correct pass, we would have been for one goal or had a decent opportunity. And we showed more intent, and I don't know why we didn't start like that, trying to force the mistake. Because to me, if you're trying to hit them on the counter attack and you're not pressing, you're not trying to get a mistake out of them. Which isn't that kind of the point of attacking, counter attacking football? You press them, you force a mistake, and then you hit them on the break. We showed none of that until about 60 or 70 minutes in, and the game was just getting away from him. We didn't look likely. Jamie Carragher, who absolutely hammered with on commentary all game, didn't look like getting a chance, didn't look like scoring, nothing. But Andy Carroll comes on. I think he was a massive difference in this team. He came on, he was a battering ram, he got his sell about, he got Wilson little bits and bobs here and there, but obviously we didn't get any chances actually. And then the ball goes into the box. Carroll goes to head it down, and it strikes the arm of Eric Dyer. Now, I know there's a lot of people online saying that this wasn't a penalty, but I think it was. Because when I was growing up watching football and stuff, it was always down to the position of where the arm was. If it's in a non-defensive position, then you give the penalty regardless of where the ball, how many second time to react or whatever. His arm's up here. He's doing the Shearer celebration with his back to goal. To me, that's not a defensive place to have your hand. And I know he's got very little time to react, but in no circumstance should your hand be up here defending, whether you're jumping or nothing. Your hand shouldn't be up here. And the ball strikes his hand, and VAR gave the penalty, and personally, I might get shit for it, but I think it was. I think it was a penalty down to that. That his arm was is in a stupid place. Regardless if it just hits his arm or whatever, but to me, that's a penalty. I know there's the law around the handball rule is shocking. We've benefited from it today, and Steve Bruce obviously says we need to unite the managers and everything like that in trying to get this law changed. But personally, I think it was a penalty. Let us know in the comments, but personally, I think it was. But a couple of honourable mentions for the game. I think Joelinton was our best outfield player today. I thought he played really well. Playing on the left-hand side, he got his sell about. He made a couple of decent turns. He had a good run at one stage where he had no help at all. He looked really good. To be fair, I was shocked in in some parts of the match where he was doing good and he applied himself. He tried to press the ball when he could. When the ball was going out wide, he was helping Richie to the best of his ability. I thought Richie was poor today, but Joelinton stood out today, and it's very rare he does stand out, and it's very rare where you see he's the best player. But when he is, you've got to commend him. Obviously, me and Paul, after the Blackburn game, were laid into Joelinton in particular, and I think it's only right when he plays good. You've got to say, look, well done. And he played bloody well. He did, considering. And like, I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not. But he played phenomenal, and I thought, you know what, if that's like a catalyst to go on to do more and be more of a player, you know, then I don't think you can argue with that, to be honest. But another thing that I wanted to bring up regarding this is Newcastle have 4 points from the opening 3 games, and we're in the last 16 of the Carabao Cup. Now, if you'd have said to me after 3 games you'd have 4 points and you'll be in the Carabao Cup last 16 playing Newport County with an opportunity to progress to the quarter-final, I think any Newcastle fan would have taken it. And on the surface, it looks like Newcastle have had a really good start of the season. That being said, we've been bloody lucky. Bruce has really ran his luck. I mean, West Ham, credit where credit's due. We outplayed them. We played damn well, and we deserved 3 points. Brighton, however, was shocking. we could have been beat 5 or 6, and today with Tottenham is exactly the same. Newcastle, if we didn't have our luck in check, and we got beat 3-0 at home in this, and luck still applies. If we didn't have that little bit of luck, Newcastle could have conceded 10 to 12 goals in the last 2 league games. Um, Newcastle were damn lucky to get past Blackburn in the Carabao Cup. Um, and yeah, we got past Morecambe quite well, and you know beat what's in front of you, but we're damn lucky to get past Blackburn, in my opinion. And a better side would have turned over at St James's Park. But yeah, we're sit on 4 points. We're currently ninth, believe it or not. But you take it, and we'll go into the game against Burnley next week, and obviously Newport in the last 16 with a chance of being on 7 points and in a quarter final, which after 4 games I think is more than what we could have asked for, considering we're trying to hit the 40-point tally again, and that's what you get under the Ashley regime. But yeah, let us know how you feel regarding this one, regarding the penalty decision. I might get shit, but yeah, come at us, Tottenham fans, let's go. But no, let us know who your man of the match was, other than Caldwell, or outfield man of the match, because Caldwell was fantastic today, and he deserves the full plaudits of myself and Paul, who'll be doing a man in the van preview tomorrow. And then we'll do a podcast tomorrow night, summing it all up and trying to bring it together. Because I think that's what we're going to try and do now. I think we're going to do 2 videos as a spin-off for the YouTube spin-off theme of Bob, slash Twitter slash Instagram, and then I think we'll do a podcast to just wrap it all up. I think that's a thing to go off. We're just trying new things because we're relatively new as a channel and stuff. So we're just trying bits and bobs, seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work, and seeing what you like and what you don't like. So it's just a testing phase for so just bear with. We're just trying to find our feet a little bit, and then we'll crack on. But let us know your comments, what you thought of the draw, how you think we'll do next week against Newport and Burnley respectively. And yeah, I've been Kyle for Magpie 24/7, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch you later.